This segment of DelmarvaLife is brought to you by A&A Companies.
Every time the season changes, we talk on this show about switching your HVAC unit from heat to air conditioning and vice versa. There's another shift important for you to know. This coming directly from Vice President of A&A Companies, Mindy Allen Townsend.
Yeah, Mindy wants to make you aware that in the HVAC world right now, a lot of national companies are buying out the smaller local guys, and they're doing so without customers knowing it. DelmarvaLife's Katie Zarilli finds out more from Mindy now.
The big guys are buying out the little guys. That's what Mindy Allen Townsend is noticing when it comes to the local HVAC world.
I would say that I've seen a huge push in the last 6 months to a year, maybe even a little bit longer, of national companies coming in and buying the smaller heating and air conditioning companies, the local mom and pop shops.
And so the vice president of A&A Companies urges folks to pay attention.
So my recommendation to the general public is to be mindful of that. Just because a company replaced your heating and air conditioning system 6 months or a year ago does not mean that that company is still who that company was then.
How can you find out? She says simply call and ask.
I am hearing quite often that customers are not being informed. They're not being told, so it's kind of a shelter shock when they call for service for a company they've used for the last 10 years and they're getting a van that doesn't match what it should be. And then the questions arise when they're physically at the door.
And don't get distracted by flashy low prices. That usually means something.
I always tell a consumer that cheap is not good and good is not cheap, and I will stand on that. It's a motto that I've been raised on in every facet of my life, ever since I was a little girl now to being a homeowner and a parent and a wife. Good is not cheap and cheap is not good. And so keep that in mind when you see these billboards or these advertising or whatever the case may be where they're offering a low entry-level price to get in the door.
Another issue, she says these companies aren't honoring the warranties customers originally signed up for. As to why this is all happening, her best guess is the beach is drawing them here.
If I had to guess, it would be that, everybody wants to be at the beach. Life's better at the beach. And a lot of the population from the big cities and surrounding states are migrating here to Delaware because it's tax-free and it's a cheaper cost of living. It's easy to retire here. So I would have to anticipate that they think that there's a larger clientele population here. But what everybody fails to realize, and I've learned in my career, is that the people that are moving here on a retirement income or maybe retiring here, whatever the case may be, they don't want to pay the big city rates.
A&A understands that because they've always been a family-owned company with a love for all things local.
Being family owned and operated is something that we pride ourselves in. Me showing up to be on TV to talk to you guys about the industry, the problems, the concerns, what's going on in the world in the mechanical industry is something that is important to us. Sussex County and the surrounding counties is what raised us. It's what raised me and my siblings. It's where our business has grown. We don't plan on going anywhere. I don't want to ever have to say that there's going to be a time that you can't call in and get one of us. One of the Allens, one of the Allen kids, because, it might be the third generation by then, but, we're here to stay. Sussex County has raised us for the last 36 years, and we hope to give it 36 more.
So no matter who comes into the area or who leaves, you can trust that A&A is here to stay.
Mindy's always happy to answer consumer questions. If you'd like her contact information, visit DelmarvaLife.com.